You don't go broke overnight. You leak money slowly, not with one big mistake, but with tiny habits that feel harmless. In 2026, these habits are everywhere, and if you don't see them, they quietly decide your future. Most people think money problems come from low income, or bad luck, or the economy, but that's not the real enemy. The real enemy is automatic behavior, tiny choices repeated daily, like a dripping pipe behind the wall. You don't hear it, you don't see it, until the house collapses. Your brain loves comfort. Money requires awareness. Comfort says later. Money says now. Comfort spends. Money tracks. Comfort avoids pain. Money faces numbers. So if your systems are weak, your brain always wins, and your wallet always loses. Habit number 1, never looking at your numbers. You earn money, you spend money, but you never look. No tracking, no totals, no reality. Your money becomes fog, and fog makes people walk off cliffs. Habit number 2, treating saving like leftovers. You save if there's something left, which there never is. Saving becomes optional, like flossing. But wealth is built first, not last. Paying yourself last is how you stay broke forever. Habit number 3, confusing can afford with should buy. You check your balance. It's not zero, so you buy. But affordability isn't permission, it's just capacity. A ladder doesn't mean you should climb it. A credit card doesn't mean you should swipe it. Habit number 4, letting subscriptions bleed you. Small charges, quiet exits, $10 here, $15 there, like leeches that don't hurt until you're weak. Subscriptions don't drain money, they drain attention, and attention is currency. Habit number 5, no emergency buffer. You live on the edge every month. One flat tire, one illness, one delay, and suddenly panic. Without a buffer, life controls you. With a buffer, you control life. Habit number 6, using debt to fix emotions. Bad day? Buy something. Lonely? Upgrade something. Stressed? Swipe something. Debt becomes emotional anesthesia, short relief, long pain. Interest is the tax on unmanaged feelings. Habit number 7, never learning basic money language. You avoid words like interest, inflation, assets, cash flow, because they feel boring. But money doesn't care how you feel. Avoiding the language doesn't stop the consequences, it just makes you illiterate. Habit 8, waiting for someday. Someday I'll budget, someday I'll invest, someday I'll learn, but someday isn't on the calendar. Money rewards people who start ugly, not perfect. Waiting is the most expensive habit of all. Here's the truth. None of these habits are dramatic. That's why they work. Financial failure is quiet until it's loud. The transformation framework. 5 phases. Phase 1, awareness. You look, even when it's uncomfortable. Numbers stop being enemies. They become mirrors. Phase 2, automation. You remove willpower. Saving happens automatically. Bills happen automatically. Your brain rests. Your system works. Phase 3, buffering. You build space. Space between income and spending. Space between problems and panic. A buffer turns chaos into inconvenience. Phase 4, intentional spending. You stop spending to feel better. You start spending to build better. Every dollar gets a job, not a dopamine hit. Phase 5, continuous learning. You learn one concept at a time. Money stops being mysterious, it becomes mechanical, and machines can be mastered. You don't need to be rich, you need to be literate. Literate enough to see traps, literate enough to build systems. The future doesn't belong to the highest earners, it belongs to the most intentional ones, and that can be you. Starting small, starting messy, starting today. Don't fix everything, fix one habit, just one. Because tiny habits destroy futures, and tiny habits build freedom. Your move. Not tomorrow, not next year,
now. One number, one habit, one decision. A pen touches paper, a screen lights up, fog begins to clear. You see where the money goes and where you have been going. A small lever pulled, a big machine shifts. The drip stops, the leak seals. Confidence doesn't explode, it grows, quiet, slow, relentless. You stop reacting, you start directing. Money becomes a tool, not a threat. Bills shrink, options expand. Stress loosens its grip, sleep gets deeper. You don't feel rich, you feel in control. And control changes posture, voice, decisions. The future stops being scary, it becomes adjustable. This isn't luck, this isn't talent, this is literacy. Built daily, protected fiercely. Most people won't do this, that's why it works. While they scroll, you structure. While they hope, you plan. While they leak, you build. Step by step, dollar by dollar. No noise, no flex, just quiet momentum. And one day someone will ask, how did you get so stable? You'll know the answer. It started here, with one move. Fade out.
Then fade back in. Same world, different player. The clock keeps ticking, but now you're steering. Payday arrives. It doesn't vanish. Money pauses, waits for instructions. A list replaces impulse. A plan replaces panic. Small wins stack, like bricks. A wall forms, strong, quiet. Temptation taps. You don't flinch, because you've seen the numbers, and numbers don't lie. A buffer breathes for you in emergencies. A ladder appears, one rung higher. You climb, slow, certain. The noise fades, the signal sharpens. You stop chasing more, you start keeping enough. Freedom doesn't shout, it whispers, in calm mornings, in paid bills, in unforced choices. The future isn't perfect, but it's funded, and that changes everything. 3 words, still your move.